Welcome, citizens of Panem, to my review of... Yes, that's right. I went to see it tonight. Well, by the time you see this video, it should be around 2 a.m. or so. So, how did I like it? Well, it was interesting to say the least. It closely follows the storyline of the book, written by Suzanne Collins, which she is a very, very good writer, in my opinion. So, basic gist of the story. Panem is the country that takes place after the United States of America falls. Everything was peaceful. The capital and 13 districts were living in a cohesive existence until the Dark Days. During the Dark Days, the districts rose up and fought against the capital. It was bloody. It was brutal. Brother fought against brother. Basically, think of the Civil War, just more modern. Anyway, what happened was the capital decided to devastate one of the districts, District 13. I won't say anything more with that. Basically, it was wiped off the face of the map. And to this day, the rest of the districts follow what is called the Treaty of Treason. And the one tenet that it always follows every year on the day this treaty was signed was that 24 young men and women were to be chosen at complete random, sent to train for 4 days, and then sent to the arena. This arena is out in the middle of nowhere, and it's only used once. Basically, the film and the book take place during the 74th Hunger Games. The heroine, Katniss Everdeen, sorry. I got a bit of an allergy here, so please bear in mind. She and her sister, Prim, are both in the running to be picked for the Hunger Games. Prim only once. Her full name is Primrose. And Katniss, I don't remember how many times, but she took several tesserae, which are extra year supply of grain and oil. I'm not going to go any further into the details of the story, mind you, because that would be spoiling the movie and spoiling the book. So if you have not read the book or have not seen the movie yet, go and read the book or watch the movie, or read the book then watch the movie, or watch the movie then read the book. I don't care. As long as you understand what's going on, these are teenagers being ripped from their home and taught how to kill each other. This society is dark, it is bleak, at least in the outlying districts 10, 11, and 12. As my fiance says, the government's corrupt, and for the most part, in my opinion, likes to have their fingers in every single pie. And as you can see on my chest, I have my official Mockingjay pin. It is a replica of the one that is worn by our heroine in the movie. So, I'm probably guessing you guys want to know my thoughts on the movie. Well, for one, I loved it. The first about third of the movie was emotionally draining. Basically dealing with the struggle of, okay, she's being torn from her home. She basically sacrificed herself for her little sister. The hardship of life living out in the districts, in the outlying districts of District 12, which we currently call the Appalachian Valley. For all of you that know where that is West Virginia, the western tip of Virginia, all the way up towards Maine. The conditions for the mines are less than stellar, as evidenced in this movie, because prior to the movie, Katniss's father was killed in a mining explosion. That also comes up in the book. It only briefly comes up in the movie. But there are several creatures that are hinted at. One, the Tracker Jacker. Tracker Jackers are genetically modified wasps that once they sting you, there's this welt that swells up to about the size of a quarter.
Plum.
Size of a plum. Size of a half of a plum. And it basically sets off a pheromone, letting all the other wasps know where you are and basically what parts of your body haven't been stung yet. But if the stings don't kill you, the venom does, and the venom is highly lethal. And if you don't get killed by the venom, you're gonna be tripping for a while. Next are the Mockingjays. I'm sorry, guys. It's about 1:30 in the morning. I am trying to get this done as quickly as possible. Mockingjays are a genetic hybrid of a Jabberjay, which during the dark days, Capitol used them to spy on the districts. And they would basically mimic human speech down to intonations and inflections and accents. The Capitol designed them to die off, but since the Jabberjays were predominantly male, or actually only males, they mated with female mockingbirds to create mockingjays. Even though they are incapable of human speech, however, they can mimic human song and also bird calls. There are several other mutations and also other creatures that you'll come across in the books and in the movies. One mutation they did not touch on was the Avox. If you notice, well,
Avoxes aren't that, they're criminals. They're twins of it.
Oh, never mind. Avoxes aren't mutations, they're just indentured servants to the Capitol. Basically any treasonous action or any action where you are a liability to the Capitol, you are caught, brought to a hall of justice, tried, and if you are found guilty, no more tongue. And you are basically a servant. You are told to do what your owner asks you to do, nothing more, nothing less.
And the most dangerous and deadly jobs are yours.
Oh yeah, and that also makes you the house's whipping boy and or girl. Joy to those who are gluttons for punishment. Me, not so much. So, my favorite parts of the movie. Oh, there are so many, especially once they get to the arena. But I would actually have to say during the inspection sessions with the game makers, when Katniss shoots an arrow right straight through the suckling pig's apple and nailing it to the wall, and the subsequent 11 that she gets through evaluations. Worst part in the movie, I would have to say Rue's death, funeral, and the subsequent revolt that happened in District 11. I'm not going to say anything more than that. It was just, that was a sad point in the movie, and I basically had to close my eyes at that part because I read in the book, it was saddening in the book, but seeing that come to life on the big screen just kind of tugged at heartstrings. My fiance knows all about that. She'll probably put something up later. Maybe if she decides to be so bold and film something.
That's a big fan here.
Love you too, honey.
I'll make my comments from the sidelines when I'm not seeing them.
So anyway, as for my review score, normally I would do I would do a 1 to 5 scale, but seeing that this is a big movie and it is the end of the spring blockbuster season, heading into summer, I think I'm going to go to a 1 to 10 scale this time. 1 being, oh my god, don't even bother seeing this movie. To 10, we gotta go see this movie, and we gotta see it again, and again, and again, and again. On a 1 to 10 scale, I would have to say I am at an 8.5. There were spectacular action sequences, especially the scene where the forest is on fire and you've got fireballs being flung at you, especially if you go see it in 3D. I did not, sadly, but if I were to have gone and seen it in 3D, I would have been ducking fireballs left and right. Probably dodging a spear thrown at me from Marvel, or dodging tracker jackers. But Venial, who you all know if you guys have a Sci-Fi Channel and have watched Face Off, was the makeup director on this movie, and she did a good job with Liam Hemsworth's camouflage. I mean, he blended perfectly into that rock.
Josh Hutcherson.
Josh Hutcherson. Sorry, I get the people mixed up.
Liam Hemsworth was Gale.
Oh, never mind. My fiance has corrected me. Thank you. You gotta remember, honey, it's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm doing this.
You could do it in the morning when you're rested. Just saying.
After church.
Yes, after I am immersed in a painting project.
I don't think my viewers want to see that. But anyway, Josh Hutcherson looked like he was The Rock. And Jennifer Lawrence, perfect pick for Katniss. My fiance decided to be a bit of a collector when it came to the paraphernalia for the movie. And she's not making any snide remarks now. So anyway, it's a good movie, 8.5. I definitely suggest to see it. Book, 9. Definite must read. Not, if you can find it hardcover, definitely buy it, because hardcover is hard to come by with second and third and fourth printings. If you can find paperback, still, it's a good read. It is definitely page turner. After I got it back from my fiance, I could not put it down. So,
only 2 days.
But anyway, sorry. A&W root beer. Even though it is not my sponsor, I drink it. Oh, that hit the spot. So, for those of you who like a little bit of a kind of movie tie-in, happy Hunger Games. May the odds be ever in your favor.